here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio real quick. Hang on. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're around the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to more Elden Ring, where last time we finally began the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, and it's overwhelming to say the least. There's a lot of lore going on. There's obviously a lot of places to explore. There's so many items to collect, more NPC quest lines to do. I really felt as if, I got into a cozy flow with everything, with the base game of Elden Ring, and now we've kind of just been set back to square one with this DLC. But I'm excited to play more, and I'm excited to be here. Hello everyone, it's lovely to see you all around. Of course, hello to Melissa and hello to V. Also hello to any lurkers and VOD watchers. Hope you're all having a good one as well. I am doing good. Just full stop, good. There's no caveat this time. There's no, oh, I'm actually sleepy, or, oh, my day went poorly, or no, I just had a good day. I mean, I guess I had a nightmare when I woke up, and then I just had a nap, and I restored my energy that way. I ate some good food throughout the day. That's kind of it. I'm just excited to play more Elden Ring. And yes, I'm excited to dive back into more Shadow of the Erdtree. So this is actually going to be the final stream of Elden Ring in 2025. We'll be back next week, next year, where we will kind of resume the normal Elden Ring stream schedule of streaming it 3 times a week. Only streaming it once this week, although we are playing some Night Rain tomorrow, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. But yes, final Elden Ring stream of the year. So it'll be very exciting, and I'm looking forward to continuing our adventure through the Realm of Shadow next year. What time is it for you, by the way? It is currently 7:07 p.m. So these streams start at 7 p.m. my time, which is Australian Eastern Daylight Savings. Alright, let's boot up our save file and let's get straight into things. So we do actually have a couple of things that I think I missed from last time that I kind of want to check out. And then I know where I want to go for our progression today. Yes, here we are in the Gravesite plane. We are here in the Realm of Shadow, which is, well, it's seemingly a parallel dimension to the lands between. And of course that's the Shadow Tree up there, not the Skadu Tree. It's pronounced Shadow. And yeah, we've just been exploring the first little section here. We defeated our first boss in the Western Nameless Mausoleum, and we are gonna explore around this area here. There's some items that we missed. I think one around here maybe, and I think there's one around here, and there's a couple of other things around that I didn't get last time. And then I guess we can go up here a little bit. I know there's a boss there, because this is an old bosses playthrough, so I kind of have to know where bosses are located, otherwise I can't get them all. So I guess we can, like, explore up this area-ish, and then I would like to make a start on seemingly the first proper legacy dungeon of this DLC, which is, like, up here. And that's also where my NPC questline guide is pointing me towards next, so I feel like that's a pretty good spot to go. But yeah, I want to start by quickly double-checking the graveyard that was around here. There are some shadow beings that have, like, pots. They're, like, holding pots above their heads, and if you, like, kill them quick enough, then apparently they drop goodies, and there's one around here-ish that does drop a Shadow Tree fragment, which we want to be collecting all of those, because the DLC has a unique scaling to it, where by collecting Shadow Tree fragments, you increase your Shadow Tree blessing, and that basically makes it so that you don't get one shot in the DLC. or not one-shot as much. So it's very important we don't miss any of those. That is going to be one of my primary objectives, aside from all bosses and all NPC quest lines, is to get all of those blessings. It's currently 9:30 a.m. here. I see. So morning Lumi times then. Do I have any item descriptions I want to review before we continue on? Not particularly, although I wouldn't mind rereading a few. I looked at Oathseeker Knight stuff. Yeah, Golden Trace is the grace bestowed upon those who fell in the realm of shadow, used to gain 500 runes, broken and faded, threatening to dissipate entirely. Yeah, so there was a big war that happened here, and it seems like Mesmer and his troops kind of led that crusade. And of course we got the Armor of Solitude, which is really, really cool. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out for these nameless mausoleums. Yeah, they're said to hold the spirits of warriors who lost their names or their hearts. And then the sword description here talks about the warriors relinquished their hearts, basically, in exchange for power. Alright, let me just... Yeah, I just want to look at item descriptions again. Because why not? Yeah, I think that's everything. I mean, I guess I can look at the Shadow Tree fragment description again, because the bottom part of it is very interesting to me. It said that when the Shadow Tree crumbles from its core, that it will scatter across the entire realm of shadow. The people of the Erd Tree collect the splinters and use them in prayer. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to look at here. Of course, we got a painting to look out for, or painting location to look out for. Hey, Two Peas in the Pots, nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Look, we're in the Elden Ring DLC. I was just quickly recapping myself on some bits of lore. In fact, actually, one of the most important item descriptions that we have obtained was the Marika's Physic. Where is that? It's a lot further down, I see. Or the Blessing of Marika. The special physic blessed by Marika, the Queen of the Erd Tree, completely restores HP and heals all ailments. Marika once created several of these physics for Mesmer's sake, but never again. So, it's pretty obvious that Mesmer has beef with Marika. And I mean, like, who doesn't have beef with Marika at this point, honestly? And, yes, we also met the Black Knights, who serve Mesmer the Impaler. Though the engraving upon the forehead is of Shadow Tree design, it is etched in gold, a small consolation to those forced to wage a war without grace or honor. Alright. And then there's the Blade of Mercy here. Yeah, Hornsent employed this to honorably end the suffering of a compatriot. After claiming numerous lives, the dagger is now broken, but has acquired a spectral ore. Alright, and we did actually meet the Hornsent character last time, and he had some interesting things to say. I guess we also had the Potentate cookbook. Where's that? Wait, Potentate. Record of crafting techniques of the greater potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Part of the knowledge to craft the following hefty fire pot. Right, we learned that they're from Bonnie Village, which we will probably end up going to at some point. And also thank you for the 30 stream streak, Melissa. I appreciate it as well. Shadow Tree Crumble, I wonder what it tastes like. I like Marika at the end of the base game. My reading at the time was there's a victim getting out mostly. Yeah, I had a very sympathetic view of her in the base game as well, where I'm like, maybe she realized that she fucked up with the Golden Order and, you know, intentionally broke the Elden Ring so that, you know, a new age could be forcibly brought forth. But this DLC is definitely not painting Marika in a good light, especially my current interpretation is that she sent Mesmer and his soldiers to basically dispose of them. Whereas when she sent away Godfrey and his kinfolk, it was very much the intention that they would wage war, live, die, and then come back to the lands between. But yet, no, so far this Mesmer is quite interesting, to say the least. And in fact, this ghost has a bit to say about Mesmer. I know. All your resentment lingers yet. The raw stuff from which I shall surely forge. A curse upon the dastard Mesmer's head, upon Marika's children each and all. Because, like, all these people died as a result of the crusade in the Realm of Shadow. So understandably, you'd be pissed off. People here seem to not like her, and the descriptions reflect that for sure. Absolutely. So I wanted to check over here, because... So there's this shadow being that has a pot. If you kill them fast enough, they will drop something. There we go. Yeah, so I was missing a shadow tree fragment. You basically have to treat them like these scarabs. There we go, shadow tree fragment. And there's another shadow tree fragment that we kind of passed by last time that I want to go and get as well. So actually, it was kind of off with my marker. Alright, let's go to Cliff Road Terminus now. Alright, here we are. So there should be another shadow tree fragment around here-ish, I believe. Can we actually get another blessing level? Yes we can. Blessing level 4, baby. And I think it maxes out at 20? So, like, you know, if we have 10, then that's pretty good, you know, that's halfway through, and so on and so forth. But, yes, there should be another... I don't even know what to call them, like, Shadow Realm resident, because, like, or Shadow people? I'm not sure what their official name is. But, they were all burnt to crisp by Mesmer's, flame, and that's why they are the way they are, I'm highly certain. But thank you so much for the lurky sharks. Hope you rest well. Yeah, villagers. That might be a good way of putting it. I'm gonna write my message weirdly, trying to voice them in a way that doesn't spoil what could be known later on in the DLC. Yeah, you can just smile and nod and be like, oh yeah, that's a good theory, Lumi. Like, a lot of those descriptions do seem to imply that stuff. But, right now, it seems as if Mesmer and I might get along with one another. I'm not sure, though. Give them fruits for emerald, exactly. Do that too for sure, yeah. Yes, I'm pretty sure the shadow tree fragment I'm looking for around here is just another graveyard that has a villager with a pot. Yep, there it is. So gotta learn to rush them down when I see them. They're like, yeah, the equivalent of scarabs here, although I'm sure there would be regular scarabs here. Or maybe not. Give me a moment, I'm trying to remember how to Elden Ring combat. I've been playing so much Monster Hunter Rise off stream, working on 100%ing that game, like getting all the Steam achievements. It's been a grind, but it's been a fun one. But that's why I kind of have to remember Souls-like controls again. Oh, well, there we go. That's another Shadow Tree fragment down. And now we're going to explore this around here. And then there should be a cookbook around here. And I think there's another cookbook around here that I didn't quite get. I never actually stopped and, like, checked to see if I did every single boss in the base game. You know, aside from the final boss, of course. We have not done the final boss yet. I don't know what the final boss is. Don't spoil that. But I'm highly certain I've done every single boss in the base game. It's just I got hit with that anxiety of, like, what if I missed out on a random demi-human queen in the corner of Caelid or something? But I know that's not true. Because literally in between every single stream, I look up maps of areas we've been through to see if I missed anything. Oh, also I need to make sure that I don't attack the Forager Broods, because they are friends. They're my friends, and they're Moore's friends. And if you attack them, then that fucks up Moore's questline. So we're just gonna explore around the village around here and mostly just pick up the small little goodies. Kind of want to max out on as many of the crafting materials as possible, especially since I want to, like, actually use throwing pots again, especially now that we have better throwing pots in this DLC. I guess we could drop down and take them on. And yeah, nice. There are some crafting materials here. Okay, there we go. We're in the Prospect Town. Yippee! Yeah, just gotta mash the interact button. Just pick everything up. Guess we can start by just traveling along here. An item down there. I think that was just... Yeah, oh my goodness, the spirit graves do confuse me from time to time, because sometimes, depending on the lighting and the angle, they kind of look like a ghost that you can talk to. Or even sometimes, if you spot it in the corner of your eye, you might think it's an item that you can pick up. Be wary of right. Okay. But thankfully, 2 jump attacks is enough to stance break, or just outright kill. I want to mix it up there, do a jump light instead of a jump heavy. Just gotta, you know, it's a Souls classic. Always gotta roll into all the pots and pans and destroy them all. I don't understand their weapons. Are they supposed to be candles? I'd have to get a closer look. It's hard when you're trying not to die to them, though. I think they actually have different weapons that they can wield. And expect gorgeous view. Yeah, it's very, very pretty. Oh yeah, so over there, those are the Forager Brood, and they are friends. Do not attack them. I'm saying this out loud to myself so I don't hit them. A big stick go bonk. Okay, watch this. They kind of look like pitchforks almost. Oh, they are resistant as hell to lightning, it feels. Unless these are just tankier ones. I really shouldn't have aggroed the entire group at once. Big stick and big fork, yeah. Yeah, like that's just a club. Probably, you know, made up of blood and guts and all those terrible things. That's why I appreciate people who, like, data mine the games or whatever and get, like, closer looks at the models for all the intricate details you don't really get to stop and see during gameplay. What? Alright, these are called Blood Fiends. I do know that from Night Rain. And that one was just trying to do the Moog stuff with the pitchfork. Thank you for the patties as well, Melissa. But that just raises more questions. Oh, Blood Fiend's arm. Well, I guess we can stop and look at that description. That might give me some extra context as to what exactly are these creatures. Because obviously they're not from the Lands Between. Maybe they used to be from the Lands Between, but it should be safe around here-ish. I just don't want to get interrupted when reading descriptions. Blood Fiend's arm. Weapon used by the Blood Fiends. An arm pulled from the corpse of one of their kin, and wielded as a makeshift weapon. Having been sanctified by a blood ritual, this armament is capable of spraying blood stored within when executing a strong attack. And the skill is Endure. It is infusible, and yeah, scale Strength, Dex, Arcane. Okay, so yeah, that's just one of the arms of... Ugh, okay. Well, that's kind of cursed knowledge, but now we all know that together. Wait, sorry, I wanted to look at the description again. They're sanctified by a blood ritual. Really makes you think, Or maybe they don't follow Moog, maybe they just worship the Formless Mother. Because, like, Moog is obviously not the only person who has ever made contact with the Formless Mother or worships her. Seems like these Blood Fiends also do. Alright, let's keep looking around. Hey Blair, thank you for the patties. Hope you're doing alright. Over to see you around. We're here, we're in the Elden Ring DLC. Voted the #1 hardest game of all time. By John Video Game. We're just exploring right now, and really just... I mean, this playthrough has always been lore-focused, but especially, like, the DLC. I'm like... I don't care about rushing to all the hype boss fights that everyone, you know, is gonna be pogging at. I'm here for the little details. I'm here to learn about all the things there is to know. But not in the Gideon Ofnir way. No, he's a loser, but he's dead now, so it's all good. It looked like those were items for a second. Is this DLC? Yep, this is the DLC of Elden Ring. Outer God Heirloom. Ooh! No horse ahead. Liar head. There's not a hidden wall. Just gotta check though. When someone says liar head, I'm like... I have to check. Just in case. But we haven't fought any of the major DLC bosses yet. We are still in the early game of the DLC. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman. Outer God Heirloom. A talisman engraved with the lore of an outer god. Raises arcane. The clan, who lost everything in the Great Fires, peered upon the corpse of their ancestor, normally an act of sanctity, and saw in its shadow a twisted deity. The clan had suffered such torment that the horrible thing was taken as an object of worship. Okay, interesting. My brain needs to read this again, because I kind of stuttered on my words a bit. Yeah, okay, this is very, very interesting. I'm wondering if... Yeah, I mean, obviously this is referring to... actually... I don't know. This is one of those item descriptions where it's kind of cryptic as hell and it's gonna make a lot more sense later on. But I'm assuming that the clan is obviously native to the Shadow Realm, and the Great Fire is potentially referring to Messmer's crusade. I wonder. I do wonder. I was also thinking that potentially it could also be referring to the nomad merchants, but no, that doesn't really make sense. It's just there's a similarity there in them like kind of worshipping a twisted deity. You know, in the case of the nomad merchants, the three fingers and the flame of frenzy, you know, due to their misery and torment. So maybe this is like a parallel to that? I don't know. He says, I don't trust Liarhead 100%, but I never doubt a no horse ahead. Yeah, they're being honest when they say no horse ahead. I'm just glad I can use Torrent here in the realm of Shadow. I missed using Torrent. Because the base game kind of just has those back-to-back dungeons near the end. It's nice to be out in the open world again and just to kind of explore and take our time. Wait, sorry, I wanna... Okay, yeah, I just want to look at that one more time. I think that's everything here. I mean, we killed all the enemies, so just... Let me remove my marker here, and I'm gonna put my marker there, because that's our next stop off to go talk to the Forager Broods. If they can talk, that is. But they're friends. We like friends. I see a skull there. I need to destroy it. I need that broken rune. It's so important. It's like, will I ever use my broken runes? No. No, I won't. I don't really need to. Sorry if there's dogs barking in the background. They tend to do that at this hour. Hopefully they settle down in a bit. Alright, so I think... I can drop down here. Oh, that is loud. My ears are, like... If it's coming off on the mic, just imagine how much louder it is on my side. Player ahead. Friend ahead. Cat for dog. Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, sometimes a dog barking could mean, like, distress and whatnot. I think it's just how my neighborhood dogs talk to each other, though. So, like, every night they just start barking around this hour, as if they're trying to talk to each other. But yeah, no, I have, like, as much sound suppression on as possible, and that stuff still picks up on the mic. But it's just something that I have to deal with these weekday streams. Right. Yeah, that's everything there, I'm pretty sure. I'm happy to move on. We've been around here because we got a revered spirit ash over there. Oh god. I am so Monster Hunter brained. I imagined I was on my Palamute there and I tried to jump off and do like an air attack. Oh no. Lumi, you're playing Elden Ring, you're not playing Monster Hunter. I mean, at least I'm making that mistake in a low-stakes environment. Apparently there's friends over here. Larval tier. First off, night. Try night. So I'm guessing that they illuminate when it's nighttime. And then this is friend. We don't hurt friend. Hello, friend. Forager Brood Cookbook 2 and 3 Black Fireflies. Do you look friends? But these do look like the kindred of rot enemies from the base game, so if you attack this, then it fucks up a character's questline. Which is why I always have a rule for myself in Souls games where I will not attack an enemy unless, like, they show aggression to me first, or if they're an enemy type that's like, you know, with a group of enemies that all aggro on me or whatever. Behold God, let there be faith. And don't forget to use wire bugs. Have a good day, dog. Good one, mate. You? All good. Night, bro. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Ah, death. Alright, let's take a look at our loot. So we got the Forager Brood Cookbook 2. A record of crafting techniques left by the non-human Forager Brood, shared out of kindness toward Moore and his kin. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: fireproof pickled liver, and larval tier. An exceptionally rare creature that burgeons from spirit graves and lives only a fleeting existence. Neither flesh nor spirit, but something in between. Material required by the amber egg cradled by Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, to birth people anew. Being born anew allows the reallocation of attributes boosted by leveling up. So yeah, this is our respec item, but it's just the DLC version of it, and it has a slightly different description. But this item description's sweet as hell. Like, Moore is awesome, and I cannot wait to continue doing his questline. Kindness towards Moore and his kin. Alright. So that's that done. Right, so there was another cookbook down here that we actually missed. There were 3 big lightning rams in this forest. I managed to kill one of them, and I assumed that there was only one of them, but no, there's 2 more. They don't count as bosses or anything, it just goes to show that, like, I didn't look thoroughly enough in that forest. Actually, I'm wondering, would the Blood Fiends be weak to blood loss? Only one way to find out. We have been upgrading our arcane, so we can actually do bleed. I don't think that was any bleed proc, but I mean, that still died pretty quickly. These rams do attack on sight. So I could stealth if I wanted to, but I just want to get the loot and go. And then I guess we'll check out the northern Gravesite plain. Then after that, I think we can just get started on what looks like to be the first major dungeon. Yeah, there's the cookbook that I was looking for. The little ones can do quite a bit of damage. And normally I don't attack the wildlife, but these are aggressive towards you. Like, no matter what. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 5. First, we want to be using throwing pots, since they're getting better. They're not bone wheels, so 0/10 DLC. For real. Like, I hate bone wheels, but it's kind of a love-hate relationship, where it's like, oh, these fuckers. Sometimes you just grow attached to the things that make you suffer. That's fucked. Like, to think about that in the context of real life. Basically Stockholm Syndrome. But in this case, it's just video game version of it. Like, those fucking bone wheels. But I love them. For some reason, the camera FOV just, like, zooms out for that. It's weird. Love your relationship with bone wheels. Exactly. I guess you could say they're bad to the bone. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I love that video I sent on the Discord of, like, someone putting the bad to the bone riff in between each of Godfrey's lines of dialogue in his intro cutscene. Because he is literally that guy. That is so Godfrey core. And this is just a regular enemy and it's beating my ass. Okay, there we go. And they got the native bone wheels. So true. Alright, so Greater Potentate's Cookbook 5. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentates... Let me just start from the beginning. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 5. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Hefty lightning pot. Very nice. It's actually raining right now, and when it's raining in-game, lightning does do more damage. It's, very, very cool attention to detail there. And also it does lessen the power of fire damage. Just checking, like... No, I can't go down here. Please, let's not die to fall damage within the first hour of stream. I mean, it's a Lumi classic, but still. I think that's everything here for now, then. So, now we want to chart a course up to here. Counterpoint, it'd be funny. That is true. That is true. I don't think Freya or Hornsent have new dialogue, but I can just double check with them and tap through it if I've seen it before.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own.
Yep, you're fine, and Hornsent, you're fine as well.
I urge you, follow after Miquella as long as you abide by his footfalls.
Alright. But it's funny. Lumi, kill all the NPCs. It'd be so funny. So I do actually have to watch out if any of these villagers are holding a pot above their heads. Now that I know that they drop valuable good. Let me turn on my lantern. I gotta say, the lantern's one of my favorite things in Elden Ring. Not even joking about that. It's so nice to have. I mean, we get crafting materials from taking out the basic enemies, so, like, it's not a bad idea to fight them at all. We can even do hit and run tactics. Except I'm better at horseback combat now. It's not my preference, but, like, if I have to, then I can do that. Alright, where are we now? Obviously, we're not where my marker is. Great Bridge North. And it does look like there's a village here. Let's check that out first, actually. Abandoned ailing village. Pathetic sword ahead, but don't give up. Oh, how it hurts. From very tip to toe. Ah! Help me, I must ask. Am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so? Okay. What the fuck happened here? Well, I mean, you can kind of put two and two together that the people turned into these things. I really, really want that skull. There we go. Super important. I need those broken runes. Am I going to use them? No. Likely pauper. Okay, broken rune. The person's still human? Kind of. Ah yes, the good time village. Yeah, nothing ever goes wrong in Elden Ring villages. The Albanoric village, the village of Frenzied Flame, the fucking, like, creepy cultist lady village. Everything is great in every Elden Ring village. It's wonderful. I am being sarcastic, of course, in case someone thought I was condemning genocide or whatever. Or no, sorry, condoning genocide. House, but fire. That's a good message. Like, that's actually funny, as opposed to all the tri-finger butthole messages. Like, that one was clever. House, but fire. It's like cavemen making observations about the world. Like, he's having the time of their life. Like, some of the item descriptions are kind of implying, though, that they, like, eat flesh, I think. Well, I didn't really like their vibes. It just, you know, kind of felt off. Of course, I would have gotten more lore information if I farmed them for drops, but I didn't. There should be a revered spirit ash. Yep. Revered spirit ashes aren't completely useless to us because they do also upgrade Torrent. Primarily Torrent's defense. So if I'm doing horseback combat, then I don't have to worry about Torrent, like, getting one shot. I likely eat men indeed. Yeah. Feel free to, like, talk about anything from the base game freely, aside from the final boss and endings. So, like, if you got interpretations of that village, then fire off. The ladies, they're enjoying their life. True. I should say this out loud for anyone, like, lurking or listening in. We've done everything in the base game, every single boss, every single questline. We have not done the final boss or, like, ending of Elden Ring yet. And in case you're wondering, my save file is capable of doing all endings, as of right now. I have not inherited the Frenzied Flame. Because Frenzied Flame would be the last ending that I do for the sake of getting all Steam achievements. Still no down. Visions of Coffin. What is that emote? I was just checking the dialogue again on the ghost. My twisted mind, that's just called the Flame. Oh yeah, I'm so cool. I just call it the Flame. I mean, look, I'm a bit of an edgelord as well. I like using the Fallen Knight armor in Dark Souls 3, and that's like peak edgelord. Let go of me! Fucking Strayan spiders, mate. Fucking Strayan mosquitoes, mate. Oh my goodness, mate. Mate, piss off. I'm just dead. What the fuck? I was like, oh, you know, I'll like burn them to death as like a funny joke. Nope, should have just kept striking with my sword. It is raining right now though, so... Lightning Spear? Lightning Spear tonight? Nuh-uh. Yay, Lightning Spear! Look, it's actually good! Fly Mold? Ugh! I mean, sure, let me take a look at that. Fly Mold. A species of fungus known for its deathly sweet stench. Material used for crafting items. Found by hunting man-flies. Cultivated using the flesh and blood of man-flies, it can serve as pot innards. Oh! Yeah, that confirms that yes, they are indeed man-flies. Oh. Okay. Bonk. I feel like just cutting them down is a bit easier. But I'm really happy that incantations are actually good in Elden Ring. I get to actually play a strength faith build and it's not complete shit. I really want to use Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear, but it is a little bit disappointing. Like, look at the damage. Okay, actually, no, that's a lot better. Never mind. You just gotta hit your enemies point blank with it, which can be a bit hard when they're trying to rush you down all the time. Ow, ow, ow. No. Stop it. Dong ahead. Oh, betrayal. House ahead, therefore likely comfort. As I want to go home. This will be my home in Elden Ring. No, it won't. Yeah, there's a lot of bodies here, huh? I mean, this is literally a war-torn land, so... Ailment Talisman. Ooh, okay. Romp ahead, be wary of dragon. Dragon? I don't see any dragon. Dragon these nuts. Okay, I think that's everything here then. Don't you dare death ahead. Edge. It sure is. Alright, let's take a look at the Ailment Talisman. A talisman depicting a soul taken by sickness. When certain ailments are triggered, this talisman grants resistance to the same ailment. When the weak were infected with the dreaded fly sickness, they perished well before the metamorphosis could take hold. Oddly, those who cared for the infected and made certain they were given a proper burial were never afflicted themselves. Huh. That kind of looks like a baby almost. That's fucked. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would be good for like a poison swamp maybe, if you just keep curing your poison. Or like if you're fighting enemies that inflict blood loss. This seems kind of niche at best. Oh, we actually got a new gathering material as well that I skipped over. I'll take a look at that in just a second. Okay. And then Yellow Fulgur Bloom. Yellow flower that crackles with lightning. Material used for crafting items. Blossoms in the realm of shadows, underground grave sites, and plains struck by lightning. Imbued with yellow lightning's essence. Okay, so we'll need that for a bunch of lightning pots if I intend to make a ton. He says I don't think I have much to add about the dancing village to me. They're lightly mad dancing fun gals with a special apostle guest for some reason. Yeah, there's just a godskin apostle there for no reason. And then, like, Millicent goes there for her quest line. There's not really much of a reason why she goes there. But it's weird because she goes there, but only after you defeat the Godskin Apostle and reload the area. Alright, we gotta level up. Almost. I could crush some runes as a treat, but I won't. Yeah, let's upgrade our Spirit Ashes. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna take a stretch and hydrate break, and when we come back from the break, we will go to that lake. And I know that there's a boss fight there. We'll do some stuff in the surrounding northern area here, and then we can get going to what I've said like 3 times. Looks to be like the first major dungeon of Shadow of the Erdtree. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. I will be back in a few minutes. Please take care of yourselves, everyone. Grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can / want to. And I'll be back in a few short minutes. Catch you all then. Take care, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It is always appreciated. Also, gonna give a shout out to the homie, Blair. I know you're not streaming right now, but one day, you'll be back, and people will want to be following you for that, so that they can tune in. Just scrolling through chat here, making sure I didn't miss any messages. I don't think I did so. Right. Yeah, let's just continue exploring. I'm gonna say that a lot throughout the DLC. Let's just continue exploring. I mean, I've said it a lot throughout the playthrough series already. I am self-conscious of this. But I mean, that's what we're doing. We're exploring. Welcome, Snack. Thank you. Alright, so, I want to check out this around here and like around here-ish. And then, yes, we'll go to here, and that'll be awesome. Does any of you have a pot? No. But I will put you out of your misery regardless. Thank you. It's trying to pick up the tiny little drops on the ground while on horseback. So many crafting materials, yippee! Little shack here. Oh, hi there. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 10. Nice. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following: Hefty Fly Pot. Alright, pull up my crafting menu here. Because I need more yellow fulgur bloom if I want to use the Hefty Lightning Pot, and then we got the Hefty Fly Pot. We need Fly Mold for that. Okay. As always, the fire pots are the easiest to make. Just make one. Definitely excited to collect more hefty throwing pots in the future. Back on horseback we go. Oh. Yay, I jumped over it. We're just gonna get on horseback and, there we go. Very beefy dogs, taking 3 hits. Oh, wait, that's another one there. There's something over here. Like, obviously I want to go into the center there, but I like to also scout the perimeter while I'm here. And just keep mashing the interact button. My hands are permanently, like, in a claw grip. You know, where you curl your index finger so you can move the camera and also, like, press the button at the same time. Which in Souls players' case is, like, we're always holding the sprint button. Although not on Torrent, but, like, on foot. Visions of dog. You motherfuckers! Oh, it's an ambush! That's why you need to use lock-on. You can spot the enemies before they jump you. Now I have to unequip that. Here we go. No, no, no! I didn't want to hurt the wildlife. Good old lightning spear. Nothing beats lightning spear. Gravebird armor. Ooh, okay. I'll get some extra lore on like those enemies then. Are we in the clear though? Can I look at the descriptions without getting jumped? Alright, take a look then. Gravebird armor. Stone armor with a tinge of green. One of the set of sorry, I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I need to slow down my reading when I'm feeling a bit more tired. Okay. Gravebird armor. Stone armor with a tinge of green. One of a set of armor pieces cast in the image of the Gravebird. Gravebirds are ancient golems, created to guard the spirit graves built where all manners of death ultimately drift. Okay. Oh, there's a nice little bit of lore. So I'm guessing, yeah, we get the other pieces of the set, potentially elsewhere. Right, we should... Oh, no, I want to check around here, and then... She does everything but go to her marker. But, that's the Lumi experience of playing an open world game. Speaking of which, there is an open world game that we'll be playing next year. Fallout New Vegas. And I can imagine that one's gonna be just as ambitious, if not more, than the Elden Ring playthrough here. Since, similarly, I kind of want to see as much as I want to see, or can see in a single playthrough of that game. But we're not gonna start that for quite a while. Not until, like, halfway through 2026. Because I don't want to have open world fatigue. That looks like a dragon there. Or like a deaf bird. Oh, yep, there it is. Ghost Flame Dragon. Alright, well, I'll try to fight you on foot, and if it's too hard, then I'll swap to horseback. And the best of both worlds! Oh wait, in that case, hang on. Probably want to swap to my Knight's Greatsword and use Sacred Blade for the Holy Infusion. It's got a slightly different moveset from the generic dragons as well. Oh my goodness, From Software, I knew you could do it. No, this is not the same moveset as all the other dragon fight. I guess we're doing this on horseback. No, we're not. Okay, that's a combo. Good to know. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Nope, now I'm dead. Wait, just keep moving. Okay, and there's a little 2-hit combo. Of course, hitting the head does more damage. We're really maxing out our damage here with... Ooh, this is huge. Do a charge heavy, wait a tick, and then goodbye. But you lived, damn it. Well, there we go, I get to finish you with a jump attack. That's even cooler. Yippee! We got a dragon heart and a somber ancient dragon smithing stone. Nice. Good job from Software. You gave the generic dragon boss fights a slightly different moveset. Holy Blade, it's the Luminescent Knight. Yeah, because I'm playing a paladin. Great Katana? Whoa. Hang on. Tarnished or tarnished, praise the armament. Hiding place ahead, but something incredible ahead. What do you mean you're just putting like a completely unique weapon just on a random body? A ranged battle. Didn't expect weak foe. Alright, let's take a look at the katana. Great Katana. Large katana with a long, heavy blade. A weapon unique to the warriors of the Land of Reeds. Designed for aggression, this armament requires the wielder to throw their entire body into swinging it. The slashing attacks of its honed edge incite blood loss. And the skill is Overhead Stance. A skill that starts with the blade held high in a ready stance. Execute a normal attack from this stance to step forward and slash downwards, or a strong attack to deliver a series of downward slashes. It is... Yep, it's a new type of weapon called a Great Katana, and it is infeasible. A big knife. That's cool. Very, very, very cool. Well, I might use this on my second playthrough, because I want my second playthrough to be like a samurai playthrough, with katanas exclusively. So, I think that would be fun. Because I'm already happy with my Nagakiba as like my katana. Moveset is really nice. Really nice, really nice. I was going for a pun. I don't know if you were as well. Nice, I meant nice. I thought you were doing a pun. Very knife, like nice and knife together. Alright. My phone is funnier than me. True, sometimes autocorrect can make you say something a lot funnier than you were intending to. I've had that happen before. Alright, yeah, let's just explore the rest of, like, this lakey-ish area, and then we'll go and start the dungeon. Did you see how much damage Torrent took from that? That's why I need the spirit upgrades, because holy shit. Torrent, you can't get one shot like that, or two shot, that's scary. I'm gonna activate the summoning pool as well. Yeah, Holy required ahead, Dragon ahead, try Holy. Yeah, I absolutely recommend Holy in Elden Ring. Not for every single enemy, but just specifically for those undead bosses. Although, funny enough, for those of you who don't play Elden Ring, the sword I'm using right now, the Ordovis' Greatsword, it does do both physical and holy damage. It's mostly a physical weapon though, and that's why it's good. Because going all in on holy is sadly still not the best idea in Souls games, since most things resist it. But thankfully split damage isn't garbage in Elden Ring, so... having a weapon that's like primarily physical with a bit of Holy on the side is not bad at all. Which then brings the question of, would a Holy Longsword be good in Elden Ring? Shield ahead. Oh wait, for real? Behind here? No? Oh, you're pointing this way. Special thanks to all of the fellow Tarnished out there who actually do emotes on their messages to, like, point a direction. Ah, this is the painting that we had. Serpent Crest Shield. Ooh, I'm excited for the lore on that one. Serpent Crest Shield. A finely made red shield featuring an engraving of a winged serpent excels at guarding against fire. Said to have been made to commemorate the beginnings of the crusade started by Mesmer, son of Marika. And it's just a medium shield. But I mean, it was really obvious before that Mesmer was a child of Marika, but there's like your outright confirmation of it. And hey, it's a cool looking shield. Looks quite big for a medium shield as well. Right, Wolf. Archer. What, Latenna? Raise the sorcery? Oh, I'm guessing you just, like, camp the dragon from this spot, maybe? Alright, let's just keep looking around. Hello, bird friend. Goodbye, bird friend. Oh, wait, is this a dungeon? Something incredible ahead? It is a dungeon! Do I want to go there yet? Or... look, I'll check it out. Why not? Ooh, Bellurat Jail. Likely running. First off, friend. Okay. I guess let's just... oh, let's level up. Let's level up before I forget. Oh my goodness. Arcane, thank you. And that's it. I'm just gonna level my Arcane to 20, I think. And then after that, we're just dumping more points into Faith. That's kind of it for the rest of our build. It is just Strength Faith, and a little bit of Arcane on the side so I can actually inflict bleed in a reasonable amount of time. Tracking required ahead. Your souls snatched. Whoa. Would this be a hope? Didn't expect beautiful. I love the broken English of the player messages as well, because we're working with the confines of the message system. It was very, very beautiful. Do I want to do this though? Because aren't I gonna, like, explore Bellurat anyway through here? I'll check this all out. Be wary of left, okay, everyone's saying be wary of left. Holy shit! Actual jump scare. I was told 3 times, and it still scared me. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hurt you. Frozen maggot. Frozen maggots that somehow continue to wriggle. Material used for crafting items, mainly found in jails. The maggots develop in great jar innards and are an invaluable source of sustenance to the prisoners. Ugh. Yeah, now I'm also wanting to cry. Okay. Very much ew. Maybe I should put them out of their misery? I don't know. No, I'll leave them be. I'll leave them be. I can't take this, by the way, visions of dog. What? You can just platform up the little cages there. But, okay. Good to know. Gorgeous view ahead. I can agree with that, yeah. But also fucked up place ahead. Explosion ahead? Wait, what do you mean by that? Offer ill-omened creature? Oh god, that scared the shit out of me! And they say Souls-likes aren't horror games. They absolutely are horror adjacent. But don't do that to me. Oh my god. My life keeps flashing before my eyes. Stop with the jump scares. More jump scares you ordered? Yes. We're going to have another enemy jump at you for this next corner. I'm holding my shield because it makes me feel safer. Like, if something jumps at me, I could just quickly tap block and be a-okay. Bridge ahead? I don't trust that. I mean, there is a way that we could check. We do have, rainbow stones. I know they're probably just shitposting, but like... Okay, there's no invisible bridge there, but yes, there's indeed a bridge below. I feel like if it was an invisible bridge, there would have been player messages, like, just in the middle of the air. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna turn the corner. No? No jump scare? Or are you lulling me into a sense of security? Romp ahead. Oh, it's another butt joke. Wait, why am I in combat? What did I do to you? Yeah, sometimes if you like get too close to a non-hostile enemy, their AI just freaks out and is like, okay. You invaded my personal space, I'm gonna kill you. And you know what? That's actually kind of fair now that I say that out loud. Like, I too would also kill someone who just gets too close to me. But the question is, do they aggro onto me? Or are you gonna leave me alone? Oh, okay. Nope. Whoa! Okay, they're freaking out there. Where's the warrior? Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a big jar down there. It's Alexander. Oh, please. Not the jar. Anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear, a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me. Forgive me, please. Oh, Oh, and of course, yeah, time for fingers butthole, haha, get it, haha, funny sex joke, haha, get it, get it. I want to read this message. Likely wicked sort in short material. You know, the living jars, I always assume they just, you know, put the flesh and whatnot of dead people into them, but this is painting a very different picture. Yeah, it's Funny Vacation Cave! Because, like, I don't think the base game ever outright confirmed if the meat in the warrior jars was, like, from, you know, people who were already dead or, you know, like, alive. Or dead or alive, oh my goodness. That game series. Try rolling, so to speak. No jumping ahead. Visions of sadness. Yeah, I don't think the base game ever outright confirmed it, so... The DLC is just kind of elaborating here that, Okay, yes, they are aggressive. They did stand up to attack me. I just wanted to make sure. Beware of left and short monstrosity, all monstrosity. What the fuck? Oh! Oh no! What the... Oh my god, just put it out of its misery. What the fuck? What friend? Hey Glitch. Hope you're doing alright. The old house. Can you crouch into it? No, okay. Oh, no horse ahead. No sanity ahead either. What the fuck? I mean, like, I always knew, like, we always knew that the lore of the living jars was fucked up, but, like, this DLC's really shoving it in your face. Like, hey, you know these jars have human meat in them, right? What if that human meat was alive the whole time? Ooh, hiya. Alright. Shadow Realm Rune 3. Golden remnants of the grace bestowed upon those who fell in the realm of shadow. Used to gain... how many are we talking here? Oh, 12,500 runes. The soldiers who joined the crusade were rewarded with grace aplenty. Okay. Interesting. So that's a slightly different description from the Shadow Realm Rune 1 and 2. So good that I check all these descriptions. It's like... Yeah, this one is, like, different to this one, obviously, because it's a different item. It's a different tier of the same item. But I am thinking about that, V, because the Crusade was referred to as a war without grace or glory, I believe? Why were some soldiers granted grace? Huh? I don't understand. It's confusing. Did Marika just take away their grace at some point? I mean, she can just do that, so... That's bringing up a lot of questions, which we'll find the answers to if I keep exploring instead of sitting here staring at words on the screen. But it's my playthrough, I can take as much time as I want to. Well then, yeah, that sure was a monstrosity, oh monstrosity. I guess it's, yeah, time to descend deeper here, and told not to jump, but to just use rolls to navigate around. Why is it always jumping? Good question. Oh no, I let go of the running button and accidentally inputted a roll there. Thankfully it didn't lead to my death. Try rolling. Do I want to jump here? No, I'll keep rolling. If the players recommend that I just try rolling down here, then try rolling down here I will. There's not, like, any other drop-offs to do, right? Not really? I mean, there's that one there? Oh, shit. I'd have to go back up again. Here! Same. Oh no, not the little jar friends! No! Oh shit! That was so intentional. Landing on top of the big one there. I'm spamming lock on. Oh god, please. I wonder if these die faster to being burnt to death. I mean, Black Flame's doing okay damage. Inert meat. No. I... Seems like I might have to go back up again if I want to get up to there. Or maybe... Maybe. Just maybe. No, I don't think this is happening, Chief. Alright, let's take a look at the inert meat. Scraps of flesh for filling great jars. Rancorous spirits cling to the pinkish red, twitching meat. Throw at enemies to inflict damage. This is what becomes of the condemned, who get sliced up and stuffed into jars to become saints instead. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we kind of already knew this is part of lore, but, like, this is just kind of elaborating on what we already knew, and being a little bit more explicit about it. Thank you for the self-care redeem, Melissa. I'll take a short little break in a little bit, and then we'll take a longer break in the next hour. I just want to find a nice spot to take like a mini break before then. But, lovely. This is a throwing item. Huh. Strength, intelligence, and arcane scaling. My brain just needs to reread this. Give me a second. Alright. Yeah, I'm hoping that either we can find, like, a grace or a shortcut, and then that would be a good time to have a small break. In fact, it kind of looks like we're... No, it looks like there's more to this place. Oh, shit! Elden Ring, how many times are you gonna scare me tonight? Holy fuck. Praise the liar, therefore be wary of message. No jumping ahead. I mean, I guess that the people in the living jars are kind of dead. It's just the spirits controlling them almost. It's just my surface level interpretation. The lands between shore is a great place. You commit heresy, and you get buried underground alive, or stuffed into the living jar. It's great. Oh my god. Stop doing this to me, Elden Ring. You're taking years off of my life. This stream has had more scares than has been necessary, I think. Like, come on, it's not even October. Item ahead, okay. Just also enemies ahead, and I want to clear those out as well. Any... Nope, no enemy ahead. Okay. I was expecting to get jumped again. But Lost Ashes of War are very nice to have. Even if I might not use them. It's just nice to have. Wait. No, the ladder! There is an item over there that I can grab. Seems like I just have to go around for it. Although it did look like I could kind of climb up a little bit to grab it. I'm not sure. First off right, and then boss ahead? Item ahead? Which way? That way? Okay, thank you. Smithing Stone 6. We don't really need Smithing Stones anymore. Not because I'm not ever going to use any other weapons, but because we can just buy all of the Smithing Stone tiers now. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that was intentional or not to get up here. It feels like it was. I just have to make sure I don't fall off. Great, yeah, you can actually see inside with all the bodies. Lovely. So just looking at this description again. Yeah. Yeah, spirits clinging to the pinkish red twitching meat. So yes, they are still alive, actually. And I think that's a fate worse than death. If they just killed you and sliced up your meat and put you into the jars, like, sure, that's fucked up, but at least you're dead. But of course, from software, like, yes, we need to elaborate on the living jar lore and make it even more messed up. Behind. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing that's like the enemy ambush. Oh wait, that's... Oh, you can just jump up that way? Okay. Can I make this? Nope. Yeah, if there's a boss here, then I guess we can do that and then take a break. Can I make this jump? Nope. And no horse ahead either. Oh god! Lovely. Just lovely. It's almost like a puzzle trying to figure out how to get that item in the middle. I'm not sure, actually. Ladder? Oh, I messed it up. Item ahead. Okay, try right and then boss ahead. Is there, like, actually a boss fight here, or is that just... people memeing? They keep teasing me with the ladders. Behind... No, okay, we already saw these messages. This is where we got jumped by one of the enemies. And I keep coming up here over and over and over and over. I feel like I'm losing my mind. That's because I am. It feels like I can make that jump. Maybe. But it also feels like the way to get on there would be from... Oh, from that way, maybe? Hang on. Please. Oh. It feels like I'm fighting the game to get up here. And I don't actually know what's intended. Now I can't get up there again. Yeah, okay, that doesn't feel intended. What if I just keep exploring? High road ahead. Oh, there we go. Okay. And a perfectly timed jump scare. Okay, so now we can grab that. We can also grab this. Oh, great, more inner meat. FG cracked pot. Yippee! What an excellent thing to pick up at this time. Precious item ahead. Ooh, yeah, it is. Our cookbook. That's nice. Okay. I think that's everything in this room then. So now the question is... Oh, what do we do? Where do I go? Forward. Where is forward? This way? Yeah. Hello, friends. I'm friends. Not gonna hurt either of you. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 11. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Hefty freezing pot. Nice. Yeah, I can see why he'd be, disturbed by the methods of his village. But hey, I mean, another hefty pot is nice for me. Oh, because I attacked the big one, the little ones are... they're angry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Potts. I think that prisoner was actually innocent, but still. Still no item. Hi, Isaac. Yeah, we did find the terrifying jar hall. It's, really just elaborating on, the living jars from the base game and, the lore of them. Like, I always knew that it was meat inside of them, but, I didn't know that, they were still alive. Like, you know, obviously if you cut someone up into, you know, a bunch of chunks of meat and you throw them all into a jar, then, you know, they're probably dead, right? Apparently not. It seems like this was a punishment for the condemned, so presumably heretics. Because we all know what the Golden Order loves to do to heretics. Yeah, the jars are just their clothing, exactly. I was gonna go for a little break, but we have not found a grace or anything. Why is it always left? Good question. I'm gonna drop down there in a little bit. Very excited for you to find out more lore. Yeah! Shadow of the Year Tree already has blown my mind with all the extra bits of lore, like Marika's whole entire character is being very much recontextualized by this DLC. Likely Pickle. Thank you, random stranger. Yeah, Marika's character is being completely recontextualized. Obviously, the main plot being about Mikola is very interesting to me, because obviously Mikola doesn't really get anything in the base game. So learning more about him and what he's actually doing here in the Realm of Shadow is very interesting to me. Okay, so yeah, that is the path to the boss. So that means that we want to go this way first. Oh. Oh, it's just a shortcut lift. Oh. So that player was being literal when they said lift. Oh god. Oh god. I see now. And then does stepping on this like activate the lift? Okay. To be specific, some things you just said are not exactly correct. Okay. Yeah, because obviously I don't have the full picture yet. That is just how Souls games work. So I can only offer my current interpretations based on information the game has provided to me thus far. First off, too high up, but likely bravery. I did it! Yeah! What about that boss door? I'm assuming... Oh, I see, this is the altar that we were trying to get to. A great jar, oh my goodness. Is that a reference to Let Me Solo Her? I'm joking, of course. Very interesting spot for that jar to just be sitting. Okay, there we go. Finally, I had a champion, therefore could this be a hero? I miss you, Alexander. I miss you every day. I did it! I did as well! Oh, because that just drops down to where we were before. Right. I was really hoping there'd be like an actual proper shortcut, and then I could take a mini break, but I might as well just wait until the next hour ticks over and then take a longer break. Sometimes you just got caught up in exploring. Right, I'm just... Yeah, so we obviously want to go that way. I'm just looking around, making sure that I got everything. I think I did. Let's take a look at the Great Jar. Great Jar. A great jar which fits comfortably over the head when upturned. Attire of the shamans who perform their worship at jails. Increases the power of thrown pots of all sizes. They offer their prayers to the innards of the great jars, such that they might be reborn one day into sainthood. This is the cycle of death and rebirth, taken into the hands of mortal men. Okay, interesting. First time we've heard mention of these shamans. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we just go to the bog door, fight the boss here, and then leave. First encountered the shaman lore, I feel so blessed to have witnessed it. Yeah, it's the first time that they've been mentioned in an item description, I believe. Now, to be fair, I have read thousands upon thousands of item descriptions at this point, most likely, so the chances of me remembering everything is fairly slim, but if I trace back in my memory, I really don't recall anything about shamans ever being mentioned. And obviously my current interpretations of the lore are based on everything available in the base game, so... Obviously, all of my thoughts might not be fully accurate to the complete lore of Elden Ring. I only have base game knowledge. Aside from the final boss, I have not done the final boss of the base game. That is the very last thing that we will do in Elden Ring. Because obviously I want to hit credits when I'm done with the game, and I don't really care if me doing the DLC first will make the final boss easier, because I'm used to the era from FromSoft where final bosses used to be pushovers. Like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. I've not played Demon Souls yet, but I do know that the final boss of Demon Souls is a bit of a jobber as well. First off, think carefully, and then seek left. Yeah, I might have, I might have put myself in a bit of a pickle, actually. I just wanted to see, there was a message here, and I'm like, oh, maybe, you know, it leads further down to some extra goodies. That is not the case. Well then. Oh. I'm glad it returns. Otherwise, I was just gonna warp my way around. Please move. Just have to wait a little bit. They're DLC lore, so it probably is the first time. Okay. Cool. Hopefully I got everything here. Yeah, this place is just kind of elaborated on the Living Jar lore, quite a bit. I'm assuming that our boss fight is then gonna probably be like a big clump of meat or something. Something like thematically relevant. Although, with Elden Ring, there's a chance that it's just like generic enemy, but as a boss. Something incredible ahead there for try skill. Plump bow meat. Alright, well, I only have 2 Crimson Flasks to my name. I still do have my Wondrous Physic. So let's just go in and see how things end up. Demi- oh! Oh! Demi-Human Swordmaster Ons! This is a DLC boss that is in Night Rain, so I have actually fought this thing a couple of times. Except I don't have Night Rain character abilities to carry my offs now. Oh no. Well, that was Death 500. Give it up for Death 500. Alright, well, there's the Stake of Marika here. Death to Yoda. So true. This is a Bok's older brother. I just made that up. Beware of overcost and short magic ahead. Okay, good luck. The cooler Bok. Hey, no, Bok is awesome. Don't you dare talk to my baby like that. They're both the cool Bok. Okay, but these can be backstabbed, so... My strat is just to back off and backstab, and that's kind of it. Maybe a jump attack or two here or there. Wrong! Simon! Oh! Yeah, that's the big scary attack. Please, just... There we go. Once this boss fight's over, either with me winning or dying, I gotta get shoutouts in for all the lovely people here. Do your jump attack? Thank you. Okay, wait, you can just strafe that? Oh. Oh no, oh no. No, my jump attack! There we go. Second try. The Demi-Human Swordsman Yosh. Oh my god, it is Yoda. Why is it always weak, foe? Still no precious item. First off, I did it. Raph. What does this one say? Liar ahead. Of course. I feel tempted to make a mess. You know what? I'm gonna do it. People are gonna hate this message. They're gonna rate it down. But I have to do this. Here we go. How do I do this? I want to do like... I want to say night, comma, rain. I have to find like blank, comma, blank, right? I don't actually use player messages all that often. Night, oh, rain? Or... Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Just switch to... Ah, I see. Okay. Toggle message format. Or yeah, I'm trying to find which message template for it. Because I don't see like blank, comma, blank. Oh, different format. Oh, I see. There's a bunch of options. Okay, I'm trying to see all the buttons here. Oh, message format. There we go. Oh! I never pressed the button multiple times. I thought you only pressed it once and that was it. Okay, cool. In that case, conjunction will be comma. And then... actually, I'll put a question mark on this one. Gestures. Want to do a gesture? Where's... I guess spread out, sure, let's do that. Okay. So now... I know the categories can be a little bit awkward here with the words, so... where would night be? In a concept? Dark... You can tell I don't often mess around with a player message system and Souls games, like actually writing the messages. I feel like I have scrolled past it a bunch of times. Affinities, body parts, directions, places, situations, there we go. Night, and then... I guess rain is a concept, right? Or no, it's situation. I would think. Raining is a situation that happens in the game. Mist, storm, rain. There we go. Night. Rain? People are gonna hate this message. There's my character. I've actually written a few messages. Night, rain, precious item ahead, and also hidden path ahead. Alright, cool. I guess that's everything here. Armor core. Right, left. Why is it always you don't have the right? You can't open any of these. It's all dead ends. I can just smack things with my sword. There's no durability in this game. Yippee! Alright, let's return to entrance. I'll do the shoutouts. I'll take that stretch and hydrate break that Melissa redeemed like 30 minutes ago. So I'll take a longer break, and then we'll look at the item description of... Actually, no, we can look at the item description of the Spirit Ash we just got before we go for break. I don't want to go back down to the Grace here. Alright, let's take a look at this. Demi-human swordsman Yosh. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of Yosh, the demi-human swordsman. Ons, or Ons, a master swordsman who devoted himself to the star-lined sword, realized that only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars, and imprisoned himself in order to forestall it. However, Yosh, an apprentice who absorbed his technique, stubbornly refused to heed his master's words, and spent his entire life at his side, in defiance of his self-imposed seclusion. Then he became Ashes. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm assuming the Starline Sword will be something that we get at a later point. Because it has to be. It's in caps. It seems important. I'm gonna seclude myself. Yosh is like, nuh-uh. The fuck you ain't. Yeah, not if I'm there, you won't. Well, that's like a sweet little short story there, like a master and apprentice. Okay. And honestly, a pretty cool Spirit Ash to summon. Even though I haven't really been using them past the early game. Yeah, Yosh dies first. Like, you read the description and you're like, oh, you know, that's kind of sweet. And then you remember, oh, right, you're reading the description of a Spirit Ash. That means Yosh is dead. Well, I mean, at least they're both dead together. At the very least. Alright. I'm gonna also quickly get a level here. We're just leveling Arcane right now. Getting that to 20, and then we're just dumping more points into Faith, because my other stats are basically at the soft caps that I want them to be, thanks to Radigan's Source Seal. Alright. Now, let me actually get those shoutouts in. So first thing I want to shout out Isaac Anzu, who is releasing a... Oh my god, I don't want to say the wrong thing. An album? Am I correct on that? On... Is it January 1st? I feel so bad if I misremember the date. But yes, you're releasing music, like a long-term project that you've been working on, and also does music commissions on, not Ko-fi, on VGen. I corrected myself this time. And Alvin on Jan 1st. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm assuming since that's January 1st in your time zone, that would be January 2nd in my time zone, which is my birthday. So in other words, the album comes out on my birthday. It's a birthday gift for me. It's just for me. I'm joking, of course, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out myself. Promoting my music means people actually know about it. Yeah, I know, that's wild. And then also, I want to give a shout out to my amazing partner, my amazing wife, Moon, who is getting back into Monster Hunter Wilds and having a great time with it. She's playing Dual Blades, and it's been really fun watching her play that. Yeah, okay, so I am well overdue for a break now. So I will go and have like a 5-minute break or so, and I'll be back after the break, and after that, yeah, I guess we'll just keep exploring. I think we're gonna go to, like, Bellurat proper next, because that's where, on my NPC questline guide, a lot of the storylines either begin or continue, so I want to make sure that I'm doing those. But obviously, I want to get all the bosses along the way, and, well, we just took down one, so that's worth celebrating. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna have my break. I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really, really do appreciate it. Welcome on into stream, both RPG Julie and Iguana Bob. It's lovely to see you around. And yeah, let's just keep going. But yeah, Belly Rat is our... I believe it's our first legacy dungeon of the DLC, was the impression that I got just from looking at it on the map. And that is where a lot of the quest lines either begin or continue. I believe there's some stuff with... Actually, I don't even remember what my notes say. I think there's some keys that I have to grab or something. I think it's stuff relating to Onsbach. Yeah, the exact specifics I don't remember. I'd have to look at my notes, but I only ever really need to look at them before I go to a location. Love it to see you around. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I want to quickly check this, like, Northern section up here a little bit more thoroughly. And then after that, yes, we will go, to here. Since, I mean, we're literally underground in Bellurat. This is the jail that they don't want you seeing, you know, the Frenzy Flame prescription below Lindell, the royal capital, you know? They always put the really fucked up places with all the fucked up lore directly beneath, you know, all of these majestical castles and cities and whatnot. Yeah, so we're mostly just keeping our exploration focused on this, like, beginning little section around here. Alright. Just gotta make sure I actually go the right way. We just head upstairs. And I don't think we'll get through the entirety of Belly Rat in a single stream. Or not within, like, this, you know, remaining hour-ish of stream. So our first Elden Ring stream of 2026 will be focused on doing that dungeon. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, check around, like, that corner. Just really make sure I'm checking all the perimeters, and then we can continue onwards. But so far, yes, we have defeated every boss thus far. Gotten every Shadow Tree fragment. Obviously, we're doing all questline stuff. I am aware that Shadow of the Earth Tree kind of has a thing where there's, like... Usually, there'll be a path split for all the quest lines where it's like either you can choose to do something for a character or choose not to, and that, like, affects events later in the DLC. I'm being vague on that because I am doing my best to avoid spoilers in that regard. So not even I know the consequences of the actions. But I'm just gonna go with what feels right for my choices. Alright, we already went this way. Yeah, we got the armor here. Right, I remember. We got attacked by the grave birds, who were actually golems. Okay, in that case, yeah, we're good to just head straight to Belly Rat. That being said, though, just riding around on Tarn in these open fields is very therapeutic as well. Oh god, I just want to fast travel, but the doggos are on me. That's fine. If I just speed along, maybe, just maybe, they'll de-aggro. First there's the Ailing Village that we went through. Okay. We should be able to fast travel now. And I'll check in with Moore and Onsbach and see if either of them have some new dialogue. I don't think they will, but sometimes it's nice to double check.
Welcome. You come often. You enjoy things. I like finding things. I like you.
I like you too, Moore! Oh my god, best character. Exactly, holy shit. I'm glad I came back to talk to you, because yeah, that line of dialogue is different.
I like finding things for you, Lady Led things.
Yeah, okay. Sadly, I'm not really interested in your inventory all too much. Although, I mean, actually, I'll grab your rune arcs. I did kind of say to myself that the DLC would be when I primarily start cashing out my rune arcs for, you know, obviously the hardest bosses in the game.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And then Onsbach, do you have anything?
Righteous tarnished. What brings you here?
I just wanted to catch up, really.
Righteous tarnished.
Yeah, okay. And the stuff from Mikola here doesn't change either. Yeah, it still just says, I am here part of the flesh of my body. I think I've said it before, but the game is a very different experience if you go consumables only. More as the godsend in that run. I can imagine so. Yeah, you did talk about it, and I think I talked myself about, like, a fire pot only run, or... Not fire pots, but, throwing pots only. Alright, yep, so let's just continue up here. I like finding things. For you, for Lady Leda, and her allies. And of course the Forager Brood. Which we did meet with one of the Forager Brood, and got a cookbook from them, which was very sweet. No precious item head. And yet I will keep looking for items regardless. Because look, black fireflies. I need those. Like, actually, I do need them. I do want to use the hefty throwing pots. I was using throwing pots in the base game, but then I kind of gave up on it after a certain point. I think I kind of gave up on it when my faith started getting to a decent level, and I was able to, you know, start using things like Lightning Spear and all my other projectile incantations. If only I could buff this weapon, that'd be great. I mean, it'd be overpowered, but it'd be fun. A buffable Dovis's great sword. But I mean, that's why I have my other two weapons, because those other two ones are buffable and infeasible. So I can customize them as I see fit for the battles ahead. Okay, time for no horse ahead. Or ahead. You wary of bug. Ill-omened creature ahead. Here we are. Big doors. Honestly surprised that it didn't say, does not open from this side. Hi, Scorpion. Hi, Scorpion. I mean, they weren't kidding about ill-omened creature. That seems to be a horn-scent statue there. In fact, I do like to occasionally stop and just pay attention to, like, the little environmental details here. Because that does seem to be another statue there depicting a horn scent. And, like, intertwining serpents, almost? No, almost like tree branches. I primarily only really focus on the item descriptions and the NPC dialogue, but the visual storytelling is also another aspect of From Software games that I don't often analyze myself. Oh boy. Scorpion liver, yay! Just what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted for my birthday. Yeah, this should be a revered spirit ash, I'm assuming. Yep. I hear... No, I hear them just skittering around. It's uncomfortable. But they drop smithing stones, huh? Alright, let's take a look at our description. Just one description. Scorpion liver. Fresh organ of a spider scorpion. It is referred to as liver, but no one is quite sure of its purpose. Material used for crafting items. Found by hunting spider scorpions. A delicacy known for its numbing toxins. Okay. And I did want to double check the description of the revered spirit ash. Primarily just the bottom part, like the top and bottom part of it. The withered corpses were called the tutelary deities, and revered spirit ash is said to quietly accumulate in the palms of their hands. And then the top part mentioning that acquired from corpses of horn scent and other objects that ritually decorate townships and villages across the realm of shadow. And of course we talked to Horn Scent, like the character Horn Scent, and he was going off about how Marika betrayed his people and set them aflame. Which definitely just refers to the fact that Marika... It appears as if Marika sent Mesmer on a crusade to the Realm of Shadow here. And just did a good old massacre, as the followers of Marika tend to do. I mean, the main story of Elden Ring is just Marika telling the Tarnished, hey, can you go kill everyone? That's 95% right. Yeah, obviously, like, that is all the information that I have thus far. So I'm not saying that everything I say is 100% correct. But also, what do I know? It's Elden Ring lore. Yeah, no, I can only just say, like, my current interpretations. But obviously, like, I don't think it's gonna surprise me at all that Mesmer will be a boss fight. I mean, he's literally, like, all over the marketing material for Shadow of the Erdtree. And every single one of Marika's children we fought, aside from Godwyn and Mikola. Be wary of right, so to speak, dog? Be wary of right. Oh, look, it's dog. But yeah, no, we're gonna get a lot of answers about Mesmer when, actually getting closer to meeting Mesmer. Up, dog. Yeah! Oh my gosh! And look at all those horns, aspects of the Crucible. Failure at the town settlement. Yeah, what's up, dog? No, I'm not reading that message. I know it's gonna be a joke about Rump. Just look. Oh my gosh, try fingers, haha. Guys, I'm so funny. Please give me upvotes on my Elden Ring message. I need that healing so badly. I don't even why I bother reading the messages. Sometimes when it's like, I know what the message is going to say, and I get pissed off reading the same joke over and over. A kid named Finger moment. Because the tri-finger butthole joke has been a thing ever since, like, what, Demon Souls? Demon Souls had player messaging, I'm fairly certain. Kind of tangentially related, but, I think I saw or heard something about, like, emulated Bloodborne, like, able to actually connect online now and have, like, dedicated servers. I mean, that's huge progress for the preservation of that game. Does not open from this side. I wonder, can I open this? Nope, it does not open from this side, okay. That's how you know that you're in a traditional Souls dungeon, is when you get hit with that. Be wary of strong foe. Gosh, I love guard counters. I gotta do a playthrough with Great Shields at some point. Maybe Great Shield only, just smack everything to death and guard counter the rest. Holy shit! Okay, no, that player wasn't lying about being wary. Bathe in the dung. I like the music here. Very, very nice. Oh, I hear something. I wonder how much damage Lightning Spear does here. Oh, shit! That's what those noises were. I'm gonna do guard counter run, suggesting throwing Convergence mod. They have a class that's all about it. Talismans actually make the build viable and fun. I have been recommended the Convergence mod. Hello, dear Knight. Congrats on hitting the big 500. Thank you, Lana. Hope you're doing alright. It's 500 deaths so far, and 500 more to come, presumably. With how much people have hyped up the difficulty of this DLC. And, I mean, they weren't joking about the difficulty of Millennia, so... Be wary of monster. But yeah, no, I do want to check out the Convergence mod at some point. I think I want to get a couple more, like, vanilla runs under my belt before playing modded. Because I have a bunch of other builds that I want to do just in vanilla Elden Ring before playing modded. Besides, like, if I want to do randomizers and whatnot, it'd be good to be familiar with the base game as much as possible. I know that's completely unrelated to the Convergence mod, but I'm just saying, like, in general, you know, like, before I like to play modded on any of my games, I like to have, you know, a bunch of experience with the unmodded game. A lot of people who played the whole game enjoyed it, want more variety in the gameplay. It doesn't really add lore. I'm glad. I don't like it when mods try to add lore. It normally just pisses me off, because it's... Like, I don't have anything wrong with fanfiction. It's just some mod authors, or some mods just give off the vibes of, like, we know better than From Software. I don't know. I don't know. There was this one Dark Souls 1 mod that Moon was playing and, like, screen sharing to me a little bit off stream, and it just, like, they made the lore way too edgy of Dark Souls 1. Like, yeah, it's dark fantasy, but I think it went a bit too far. I forgot what it was called. But basically, I think, no, a better way of putting it, rather than sounding like an asshole, because I did just sound like an asshole, my way of putting it is that, I would rather my mods for Souls games not add any lore at all, and just keep what was already there. Daughters of Ash. Okay, that was the name, thank you. Yeah, they started crying hyper-realistic blood. The mods is art in their own right, so if that's their vibe, then I guess that's fair. Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. No, I do agree on that. It's just, personally, I'm not, like, too big on the idea of a mod that, like, rewrites the lore. Snake ahead. But I'm okay with, like, fanfiction and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit moody right now. Don't take anything that I say right now seriously. Mesmer Fire Grease. Huh. Okay. If I remember correctly, like, the items that they added in the Daughters of Ash mod were, like, excessively edgy. And I just, like, didn't really vibe with that kind of direction of interpreting the lore. Like, yes, it's dark fantasy, but it's never too excessive, in my opinion. Alright, Mesmer Fire Grease. Solidified knot grease made from a mixture of incendiary materials. Craftable item. Coats armament, adding heavy fire damage to attacks. The effect lasts only for a short time. Fire was a symbol of the Crusade, and even Mesmer's rank-and-file soldiers would wield it. Yeah, so that's kind of stuff that we already knew. But hey, I mean, it's just a better version of fire grease, it seems. You sign of maturity to appreciate a story where it is, whether or not perfectly matches your personal aesthetic. Oh, absolutely. And yeah, Moon also kind of echoing my thoughts there. Yeah, don't like shitting on free passion projects. Oh no, Daughters of Ash might have been the least I've ever enjoyed them. Okay, I haven't played Daughters of Ash myself, but I do agree with the first part of the message where, yeah, like, I don't want to shit on mods, I don't want to shit on fan projects. I think it's better to just say, like, this isn't for me, but it's cool. And I think that's where I'd like to actually, sort of, not end that discussion, but that's the main point I think I want to make at the end of the day is, I'm not personally a fan of mods that, like, try to change the lore or, like, rewrite the lore or add bits to it. That's not my personal thing, but absolutely, it's not my place to shit on it, and I think that it's cool that people do that kind of stuff. There's a difference between shitting on something and being an asshole and then providing actual constructive criticism, or just, you know, saying that something's not for you, because something made for everyone is something made for no one. You know, trying to go for mass appeal is how you get incredibly watered down and just forgettable projects. I mean, I think that's kind of part of the beauty of a lot of Souls-likes, for example, or, you know, for fighting games or whatever, is that they're not for everyone. Could this be something incredible? Like, I don't think everything should be for everyone. The only thing that's for everyone is Night of the People. That's true. Yeah, and people making stuff is cool. Exactly. So while I'm not personally a fan of, like, mods that add lore to Souls games, I think they're cool, even if I don't, like, vibe with them personally. There's so much for everyone content out there, you could literally just consume bland media for your whole life, not know any better. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially, I can just say the word corporation, or corporates. Like, everyone immediately knows what type of media I'm talking about. Like, screen-tested movies where it's like, we gotta make this as marketable as possible. And that's why there's, like, a lot of media these days that don't try to challenge the reader, or the viewer, or the watcher, the player, or anything. Like, they don't try to challenge you in your views, or anything. They're just like, nope. Oh. Scary shadow being. This Toxic Yuri itch.io and Steam games where it's at. True. Our guys are really good at sneaking up on you. Oh, absolutely. Black Firefly, very nice. Yeah, so we're obviously not going to finish this dungeon and the rest of this stream, but just kind of getting a first impressions of it. And seeing the general vibe of the place. Try rolling necessary item ahead. For real? Oh yeah. Silverhorn tenders aren't bad at all. Whoa, man. I find that idea quite attractive as well. We're cooking in this kitchen. Look all these, look at all the food. Nice. I'm not gonna sit at the grace. I don't want to reset the enemies. Right, Silverhorn tenders were, yeah, basically like the pickled fowlfoots. But it also sells for a decent amount, so I should probably just do that. And that's your one free fluster for the stream. Exactly. Because if I get too flustered, then I'm like, I can't focus. And I want to focus on playing Elden Ring. I want to like enjoy my first playthrough as much as possible. The moon is very good at flustering me. Very, very good at it. I mean, she's my wife, of course she'd be good at it. Wrong foe ahead, okay. What about this way? Oh, finally, revenge! I wonder what, like, sigil that is, or crest that displays when they're casting. Because, like, I've noticed that pretty much every single kind of, I guess you could say faction, or like type of incantation or sorcery has like a dedicated crest to it. You're doing the right, or you're doing the right, you're doing the right, or you don't have the right. Damn. Yeah, I don't have the right. I was wondering if perhaps that sigil is associated with Mikola, but I have nothing to confirm that, obviously. What the hell was that? Like, right now I can only theorize about lore stuff until I actually get my answers. So, like, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I might say, like, oh, I think this and this happened, but I could be completely off the mark. Alright, okay, that's the entrance. Oh, no, 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 don't fall. That's fine. Or not the entrance, per se, but we were here. But yeah, art for everyone is art for no one, and I think it's important to have like weird and experimental and confrontational art out there, which really fucking sucks that, you know, we're living in an age of censorship and obviously fascism and all that, where creativity to express, you know, certain things that might be uncomfortable for others is just like not encouraged. Gonna make this jump here. Nice. Oh, I see, I didn't even have to make that jump. I could have just gone from here. I looked a little bit more impressive that way, so I'll take it. Also, just thinking out loud to myself, I kind of hope that From Software's next single-player game is not as big as Elden Ring. I don't want to have to play through a FromSoft game like this long every couple of years. I don't know, I feel like I'd get burnt out very quickly that way. Like, From Software are really good at making games that are like 30 to 60 hours long, you know? It's like, it's just the right length. That's what she said. You're running and then jumping? Wait, can you really get up here that way? You can, huh? The more you know. It's not as big as Elden Ring, it's so complex. It feels like more than a single new area. Yeah, absolutely. Is it always futility? Yeah, good question. Obviously, like, From Software games are a lot shorter if you don't play like I do, which is, like, doing everything, reading every item description, doing quest lines and whatnot. But even then, like, Elden Ring is very long, even if you don't do all of that stuff. Okay. I think that's everything. So I am good to continue on ahead now. I'm fairly certain. And I should sell my horn stuff to more sometime. Hi there. Backstab? No. Ow. I thought I could dodge that by just walking backwards, or just outspace it. Obviously, it's better to roll into attacks, but I kind of want to just stay back and observe. Very interesting enemy. I've noticed that obviously the horn scent and a lot of the enemies we've encountered do have those aspects of the Crucible, you know, like the horns and tails and whatnot. Loghead, praise the dung. But I don't really know what to think of that per se. I'm gonna need some specific item descriptions from, like, these beast warriors to really start thinking about, you know, the implications of them being here. Be wary of night. Okay. Fortnight. Very interesting imagery there as well. Thank you so much for the lurk, Marky. I really do appreciate it. Late, but still. Yeah, do get your rest, Marky. Oh, oops, I fell down here. That's no good. I do obviously want to go in that direction, but I'm gonna put a bookmark in that at the moment, and just keep looking around here. Oh, damn. I thought I was sneaking up on that enemy, but no. There's another enemy sneaking up on me. Pointing a gun at an enemy, and there's another enemy pointing a gun at me. The same thing happened again. Yeah, even at Shadow Tree Blessing 4, these enemies still hit so hard. To be fair though, I'm not using any damage negation talismans, and I am using Radagon's Source Seal, and I'm also not wearing a helmet. Yeah, guys in dark corners waiting to stab you? Is this London? No, that would be Bloodborne. The sneakier, or the sneaker becomes the sneaky. Exactly. As far as I'm concerned, Bloodborne is just an average trip to London as a video game. Oh my god. That message, be wary of surprise attack, as soon as I finished reading it. London, Ontario, I'm assuming yes. Absolutely, Marky. Okay. That one's just sulking, so... If an enemy isn't, like, trying to kill me, then I won't try to kill them. It's a simple deal. Oh, and there's a ladder to go up there, obviously. I just wanna... I do this thing where I like to look at all of the different paths available to me and kind of put mental bookmarks in them and then go back to them when I feel ready to actually advance forwards. I guess it's a fear of progressing on the main path too much and, like, forgetting all the other paths that are available to me. Oh, hi there. Okay. I think we've... Oh, you're aggro now? I think we got everything. Good rule for the DLC, don't open any doors unless you want to progress. Yes! That's a good idea. Oh, okay, so they hide some boss fog indoors. Gotcha. I also do know that, this is kind of tangentially related, but I do know that there's a story event that occurs when you approach Shadow Keep, and I want to make sure that I've progressed my NPC quest lines before getting close to Shadow Keep. Oh, nice, storeroom key. We actually need that for one of our quest lines, I believe. Honestly, I've been enjoying just playing through Elden Ring in, like, this fairly linear fashion. Like, just knowing the order of areas that I will go to. So it's definitely prevented a lot of situations of, like, arriving somewhere way earlier than I should and just suffering for no reason. Alright, I'm out of flasks. I should probably rest out of grace. I'm just like, I'm getting greedy. I wanna... Let's see how much more there is to see around here. Rare bug and short fire required ahead. Okay. I think that's gonna be a good spot to head back to the grace. And we'll take a look at the key as well. I know I can just fast travel. In fact, I should just do that. I just don't know which one it is. Small private altar. Alright, let's take a look at the key. Storeroom key. A key with a spiral engraving. Opens the door to the storeroom on the second floor of Bellirat, the tower settlement. I was gonna say the town settlement, but that's kind of redundant. Okay. Could maybe try and go open that. Alright, this is friend. This is an NPC.
Who art thou, stranger? By the look of thee, another of Messmer's peons, methinks. Tell me, does thy kind never weary grow? How do these old bones fascinate thee yet? Our lands were by thy kind set aflame, our tower by thy kind veiled in shadow. Thou camest, robbing us of all, spoiling all. Have ye not basked in these deeds long enough? Listen, progeny of the wanton's trumpet. For thy sins thou shalt have thy recompense. The sacred beast shall unleash its ire. Till then, with this old hag, do what thou wilt, for all the good it'll do thee in the end. For what reason dost thou falter, villain? Enact thy sordid work with fullest pride. Else tuck away thy tail and leave for good. Loathsome issue of the rotten strumpet. Begone. These lands were ours since times of old. Begone. These lands were ours since times of old.
Okay. Some interesting bits of lore there. Oh dear, so to speak, sadness. The divine beast head there. That player message immediately disappeared. And turn on my lantern here to actually see if there's any loot in this room. I'm also gonna re-equip my weapon. There is actually a way to sheath your weapon if you have a blank slot. If you have like, I'll just show it. If you have a blank slot in your other hand, you can just two-hand your fists, and then that is kind of a way of sheathing your weapon. But obviously I don't want to unequip my Sacred Seal. Look, every Souls player, or I feel like most Souls players, have these weird little quirks that only they do. Not for any practical reasons, just, I guess, for maybe immersion purposes. And for me, that's putting away my weapon when I'm talking to an NPC. Unless they're like an asshole, in which case I will just have my sword just at the ready. Actually, no, I did put away my weapon for Dung Eater, so... I mean, is Dung Eater an asshole, though? It kind of depends on your interpretation of the character. Okay. Yeah, so we've already been here before.
Begone. These lands were ours since times of old.
Is there no loot here? I gotta check. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that's where we'll wrap up for stream. And then next year, that's right, the next Elden Ring stream will be in 2026. We will continue on with Bellyrat, and hopefully get to uncover more bits of lore and all that juicy goodness. I'll just run back to the Grace, and I will actually quickly check my notes here on stream for questline stuff, but then we'll wrap up. Oh right, Shadow Realm Blessing, we can upgrade our Spirit Ash level. There we go, nice. So we're level 4 in both of the Shadow Realm Blessing categories. Yeah, so let me take a look at my notes here. Let's see. Okay. Yep, so pick up the storage room key. Yep, unlock the door by veering left after the small private altar grace. Speak to the character. Okay, cool. And I guess we'll return to that character later. Yeah, it seems like you've returned to them later. Okay, cool. Apparently there's an invasion here, but I'll worry about that next time. So yeah, let's get things all wrapped up, I guess. After I check my inventory one more time, because sometimes I, like, forget to read the description that, was there. Well, it looks like I got everything. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of interesting descriptions today, especially the Outer God heirloom. Right, here, nearly 200 hours of playtime. Oh boy. I'm expecting that we'll have somewhere between 250 to 300 hours of playtime by the end of this first playthrough. Good going, thank you. And we only died 2 times this stream, which means we get to end the stream with the perfect number, 500. Hopefully that doesn't change for a while. I mean, it won't, since we're not going to be streaming Elden Ring until next year. Literally. Anyway, let's head on over here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by to stream. Hope you all had a lovely time with the second part of my DLC playthrough. Yeah, it's been nice so far. I have been enjoying the new bits of lore and kind of just elaborating on stuff that was not really touched on from the base game. It's been fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing more, and I'm looking forward to finishing Bellyrat next time. Or I don't know if we'll finish Bellyrat next time, but definitely make more progress in it at the very least. So yeah. Thank you for the stream, Lumi. Of course, Marky. Thank you for being here, everyone. Let me quickly promote my socials and Discord server. You know where to find me off stream. I post my stream schedule every single week on both Blue Sky and Discord, and I do also upload these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube, so when you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be 2026. Since there's a couple of weeks delay between the stream happening and then the VOD getting uploaded to YouTube. Pretty much I upload the VODs to YouTube after the archive expires here on Twitch, which is after 14 days. That's the highest that you can have it before a VOD automatically archives. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in regards to socials, although I do need to mention one thing. There is currently a giveaway going on in Discord server. It is a giveaway where I'm giving away any of the games that I have done a Twitch playthrough of, you know, on this channel. And the entrance, or the way that you enter, is you just post, or you make/post a meme that is related to me and my channel and whatnot. Blair already posted, reposted a great sleepy meme, but also, you know what? I'm gonna show it on stream just to give you all some inspiration. You know what? Yeah, I gotta get this on stream. Hang on. Let me quickly go here and get this here and do this here. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. I gotta get this on the stream because it's like Blair went out of his way to do this. This is Melania choking me to death. Because in case you're wondering, in case you forgot, Melania kind of took me like how many hours on stream? Like 8 hours of game time, of stream time to beat. So like this is very accurate to the Lumi versus Melania matchup. She absolutely crushed me. But I mean, it was really fun getting to learn how to like dodge the waterfowl dance and learn how to dodge the Valkyrie's attack and phase too. Like, it was a really, really fun experience getting to master that fight. But yeah, here's an example. So there you go. That's an idea for a Lumi that you can post in order to enter the giveaway. And I will be drawing the winner of that giveaway on January 3rd, Australian time, of course, because that will be my birthday stream. My actual birthday is January 2nd, but I do my annual birthday stream on the 3rd, so the day after. And it's not a competition. The winner is still random, so it doesn't matter if you, like, slap together a lazy shitpost or whatever. Like, shitposts are encouraged. You know, if you want to, like, edit a clip from one of my streams, or I don't know, yeah, just like take a popular meme image and like slap my VTuber on top of it. That way the giveaway entrants are people who actually, like, you know, watch my channel or like know me as a person. Because I did do a giveaway on Blue Sky, and there were a lot of people who obviously I didn't know who entered into it, because I did say like new followers welcome, like new people welcome, but it's always nice when someone wins a giveaway and you actually like know them and they're not someone that you just met like 5 minutes ago. Incredible posting from Blair as always. Yes, absolutely. I'm so happy with that meme. It's wonderful. So yeah, don't forget to get your entrance in. I think I will keep the giveaway open until we draw the winner on my birthday stream. So like, you have a couple of days, and even then on January 3rd, you have a couple of hours before I do the giveaway. So yes, I just want to quickly promote that, because right now Blair's the only entrant, which means that Blair automatically wins if no one else enters. I mean, that's cool for Blair. But, I mean, if you entered, if you're the second person to enter, that means it's a 50-50. And we love gambling here. But I must emphasize that is a joke. Please gamble responsibly. Anyway, yeah, that's all the stuff that I wanted to yap about socials-wise. But I guess since we're here, since I'm talking about my birthday stream, let's talk about plans for the end of the year and also early next year. Because my current stream schedule does actually cover the end of this year and the start of the next year. So tomorrow we are going to be streaming some Elden Ring Night Rain as my New Year's stream. I don't know if I'll actually be going to midnight or not, but I don't have any plans for New Year's. I normally do, but I don't this year, so I'm just like, sure, I'll just play some Night Rain on stream. It'll be nice and chill. And it'll still be some Elden Ring content, just not, you know, the Elden Ring DLC. It'll be the Night Rain DLC instead, most likely. And then Thursday, I have off streaming. Friday, I have off streaming, because that is my birthday. And then on Saturday at 10 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, that's when my birthday stream will be happening. I do kind of want to post like a little graphic kind of outlining what we're going to be doing for that stream, but if I don't get around to doing that, pretty much the short version of it is I'm going to be hopefully fulfilling a bunch of incentives from my Ko-fi fundraiser that I did earlier this year. So like tier lists, giveaways, maybe getting some revenge on Baldi from Baldi's Basics, because that was an incentive to play Baldi's Basics on stream again and actually try to beat it. You know, just a whole bunch of different things. And then the day after, at our usual weekend time, which is 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, we will be starting our first new playthrough of 2026, which is going to be Once Upon a Katamari, which is going to be great. In case I don't catch the next stream, let me just say that finding your stream is the highlight of my year. Aw, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Look, it was an honor to meet you, Iguana Bob, through the Fallout 1 playthrough. Obviously, it wasn't my first time playing Fallout 1, but it was like my first time playing it on stream. And I will be talking about what games I want to play next year during my birthday stream. But I do really want to play Fallout 2. I do have a stream incentive to do a playthrough Fallout New Vegas, but I've been very much highly recommended to play Fallout 2 before Fallout New Vegas. Obviously, you know, for story bits, but also because I really like the isometric classic Fallout formula, and I think I'd be doing myself a disservice if I never played Fallout 2 before. Yeah, I definitely want to play Fallout 2 on stream, and I know that it has a lot more quality of life stuff, and I'm very much looking forward to that. But yeah, that's the outline for the rest of the week. So, Night Rain tomorrow, birthday stream special later in the week. It'll be a longer stream than usual, and then starting a playthrough of Once Upon a Katamari, which I did play through the entirety of Once Upon a Katamari off stream, because Bandai Namco actually gave me a review code for it, which was like an absolute honor. But I haven't played it on stream, and I really want to do an on-stream playthrough of it, because we have played, we played Katamari Damacy Reroll, and we've also played We Love Katamari Reroll, the remasters of the first two games. And I definitely want to play all the other Katamari games on stream at some point, but that's ambitious. I got a lot of games that I want to work through. Just, you know, baby steps. Baby steps. Okay, yeah, so that's everything then. And now I need to thank everyone who came by to stream. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm just yapping, but I really just want to outline all of this stuff so people know what to expect for the end of this year and also, you know, the first week of next year. So yes, let me thank everyone who came by to stream, and then we'll find someone to read off into. Thank you so much for being here, Melissa. Thank you so much for being here, V. Thank you so much for being here, 2 peas in a pot. Thank you so much for being here, Sharks Are Tasty. Thank you so much for being here, Blair. Thank you for being here, Lena. And thank you so much for being here as well, Moon and Isaac Anzu. Thank you so much for being here, Iguana Bob. Thanks for being here, I Need Glitch to Win. Thank you so much for being here, RPG Julie. And I gotta keep scrolling, there's so many friends. Thank you for being here as well, Marky. Absolutely lovely to see you around. Thank you for all of the follows throughout the stream, of course. And off stream, those are all very much appreciated. And that's pretty much everything. But obviously, whether you were here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking, or watching the VOD, whether that's on Twitch or YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, that's a mouthful over and done with. I'm gonna go rest my voice now. But before then, I have to find someone to raid off into. I'm gonna pass you all off to another lovely streamer. Let's see. Let's raid into Sapphale, who at the moment is doing some just chatting. More specifically, is playing Food Guesser, which I have never seen before, but it seems as if you're shown a food, the ingredients, and the description, and you have to guess what country it's from, so it's kind of like GeoGuessr, but for food? That seems kind of cool. Sapphale is very, very chill. They go by any pronouns. Bunch of just chatting. Also recently completed the Dark Souls trilogy and has been going through Elden Ring. Yeah, really, really nice streamer. Definitely recommend, which is why we're gonna read into them. And wish them the best of luck with Food Guesser. Alright, there we go. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world, everyone. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you've forgotten. And the moral of this stream is that You know, I would say something about Elden Ring and, like, you know, don't cut people up into flesh pieces and shove them in a living jar, but let's go with something a bit more wholesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for this year. It's been really, really wonderful. I feel as if I didn't get much done this year, but when I look back and reflect, I really did actually get a lot of things done this year, and I'm really excited and motivated to keep providing the best streams that I can for you all, and doing, you know, stuff that I'm passionate about still, and, you know, being surrounded by the people that I love and that I care about. Thank you so much, everyone, for this year, and the final stream of 2025 will be tomorrow, so please look forward to that. Anyway, that's enough from me. Please enjoy the rest of your years, everyone, and let's go right into Sapphire. Alright, it's raid time, baby. Oh yeah, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye!